everyone, it's Ange from Ange RNY here, coming to you with my week 91 post-op update. It's December 6th, 2019. Well, I wish I'd have known that. Sorry, saw something that I had said that I'd wanted to stop at earlier and didn't know was there, so anyways, I don't have a weight today. For the stats I do have, my surgery was on March 7th, 2018 at Guelph General Hospital in Guelph, Ontario, Canada with Dr. Jules Foudane-Long. My highest weight was 343 pounds, 343.6 pounds. My surgery weight was 316.4 pounds. I'm 40 years old, I'm 5'7", and like I said, I don't have a weight for today, so I have no clue what I've gained. And I say gained because, especially the last 3 weeks, well, okay, so you guys know that my husband went off work for surgery, and I stopped doing videos while he was off just because I was running by myself, and just when I was stopping, pretty much had to make sure that I was going to sleep so that I could work the next day and do the things that I needed to do while I was out here and whatever. So when he came back to work, I was having some personal issues. There was a lot that went on while he was off that didn't necessarily agree with me, and then I actually had a couple of friendships end, one of which the person spent the better part of the summer bullying me off and on. So it wasn't a good space, and it definitely didn't put me in a good space, and everything pretty much culminated on the Canadian Thanksgiving, which was, I believe, October 11th this year, but I can't remember. So just, and a lot of work stress, had a lot of things going on. I don't want to get into too much detail, and I've been putting off making videos because I didn't want to come on here and be making videos when I am not necessarily in a good frame of mind, and I'm being negative, and because, well, I mean, comments weren't directed at me necessarily, but I've had a bunch of people that I'm subscribed to, that I thought were subscribed to me, say in their videos that they don't like to watch people who are negative, and so that kind of resonated with me, and I didn't want to be one of those people, sorry, that's making negative videos. So I haven't really wanted to come and post. My husband actually asked me yesterday why I haven't been, because he thought that it was a good thing for me, and I told him why. So for the last 3 weeks, and I say regain because for up until, well, might almost be 4 weeks now, up until at least the last 3 weeks, I was floating up and down between 201, which is the lowest I've seen so far on the scale, and then 206, I think, or 207. So in the last few weeks especially, during the whole time, I've slowly started overeating, again, pushing it to the point where my pouch feels so full that I feel like I'm going to explode, which is definitely not a good thing. So I've been eating past satiety, which is something I definitely did when I was extremely obese. I'm still obese, but I'm not morbidly obese anymore, right? So, sorry if you hear that in the background. My husband's trying to connect his headset to his phone. the power button on his headset too long, so it starts to try and pair to something, but he's already paired to his phones. So anyways, another thing that I've started doing in the last few months is that I've been grazing a lot. And one of my really bad habits before weight loss surgery that has creeped back in now is eating in bed. And well, it's hard not to do in here because we are in a transport. And I mean, there's some days where we're stopped and we're watching movies or doing whatever we do, and we sit back there and watch movies. Say hi, guys. Good boys and girls. So, I mean, we're not going to come up front to eat when our stuff is set up back there, because, I mean, we usually watch movies on a laptop. We're not going to move everything around just so that we can do that. So, Paisley up on the bed. But where I think I have to work on it is, so I don't eat like everyone else, because I'm not up generally not during the daytime to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner like normal people would. I do my work at night. I drive at night. So I'll have dinner with my husband at the end of the day, either just before I start driving or just after I start driving. And I have been trying to get myself into the routine of I'll have my dinner like either a half or a full serving, depending on what we're having and what the calorie limit is for the serving. Because the larger calorie limit, like like I said, I've been doing keto, so I mean, when I do the recipes, I put them into my Fitness Pal, but they don't give necessarily what a serving amount is, so I've been pretty much sticking to a cup for the most part. But if a cup is like 550 calories, then I might eat like half a cup or 3/4 of a cup, and for the most part I find that enough. And then I might have like a bulletproof coffee between dinner and midnight, and then usually about like 12:30 I'll have, sorry, some bikes. I'll have some yogurt with some berries, and then I usually have like some cheese and meat for my lunch, which is usually about 4 o'clock-ish in the morning. I'll have some cheese and meat, a couple of pickles, and maybe like 5 olives or something. Sometimes I might just do some cheese and meat, like half an avocado, whatever. So, I mean, it's not like I'm not getting enough with all of that. But I've been overeating above that. Like, so I mean, some days instead of doing half an avocado, I'll do the whole avocado. Or like, another bad habit that I've found is I don't feel full. And this is a bad one because it's a habit that I had before I got, like when I was really morbidly obese. I had to make my belly hurt full-wise before I would stop. And it's something that I definitely really felt creeping in the last little bit especially. And that's what I mean by pushing past satiety. And it's not a good space. And so I've been struggling with that. But then the eating in bed thing, sometimes we do it because we're watching movies, but then there's times where I do it when I shouldn't be eating, and that's what I was getting at with that. So like, I'll usually eat. I try to eat my lunch at about 4 o'clock in the morning, and then that's the last. But in the last couple of months, that was working for me before. In the last couple of months, I've actually been pushing it past, and this is where that extremely full feeling comes from that I've been saying. Is I'll eat my yogurt, then I eat my meat and cheese right away, and part of that is because I have been trying to do intermittent fasting as well. I'm a freaking mess right now. So, but when I do concentrate on doing the intermittent fasting, I'm sleeping during the day. So I want, it bugs me when I go to start working and my husband's eating. And I think this is more of a mental thing, because it doesn't bug me to see him eat or hear him eat or whatever. But I see him eating and I get hungry. And I mean, sure, some of it is probably actual physical hunger because I haven't eaten all day, but some of it is definitely mental hunger. So I've been trying to finish my breakfast and my lunch by like the latest 2 so that I can do a 16-hour fast and be done by like 6 o'clock, because that's usually around the time when I'm taking over the truck, and I don't like pushing it later than that because I don't want him to get hungry. I'm a real freaking mess right now. So there's that, but then what I was saying about eating in bed, so through the day I'll find myself dealing with some mental hunger. And I mean, some days I can just drink some water or ignore it and move past it, go back to sleep, whatever. Some days I will have my fat bomb, or I'll have some pork rinds. So I mean, healthy to me snacks based on the lifestyle that I'm choosing to lead. Food-wise, but it's grazing because those are over and above my calorie allowance. And I mean, obviously, the further and further you get out from surgery, the more weight you lose. The calorie allowance changes, but I've noticed for me in particular, when I get above a certain amount of calories per day, I start gaining instead of maintaining. So I've been trying to figure out where that calorie balance is, but I'm still trying to eat at enough of a deficit that I'm still losing, even if it's only really slowly, because I did get out of the habit of weighing and measuring last summer. Not this one that just passed, but the one before, when I was 6 months post-op, and kind of screwed myself up. Sorry for all the shakiness. My mount went for a crap, so it is what it is. So on top of that, the last few weeks, I've been really struggling emotionally and mentally, and so I have led back into eating all the refined sugars and carbs. I've been trying to maintain keto, but then I've been overeating. I've been getting sour. I love sour candies. I've been eating a lot of those. Chocolate, muffins, danishes, cinnamon buns, freaking you name it. I've been doing it. Oh my god. thirsty and don't necessarily, but 99% of the time I do follow that rule. Because I have gotten sick from drinking too soon after eating, you know, and I have felt like I have a rock in my stomach because I ate too soon after I drank, you know, so, and it's something I definitely try to avoid. No, the house isn't on fire. He's got a fire, he's burning some trees or something. Sorry, we're in Texas right now and just saw a big fire with some black smoke, so yeah, I've been avoiding putting out videos because I don't want to come across negative, but you know what? This is reality, and not everybody goes through it, but most of us do, because, well, I mean, I'm what, 3.5 months away from being 2 years post-op? What is this, the 2-year slump that usually happens right around that 2-year mark? Would that be what this is? I mean, I've heard enough bariatric patients talk about it, and just the things that have been going on in my personal life have just helped to move it along and maybe bring it on earlier. I don't know. But it's definitely time to get back at it. So today, I'm gonna get a weight tomorrow. Or, well, actually, no, I'm going to get a weight later today when I wake up to start taking over. Hopefully my husband's able to stop at a truck stop so I can go in and get a weight. We're going to be stopping shortly and getting our groceries. And so another thing that's happened with all of this is, and this happened before last year to me in March, and that's the last time I got into a real bad spot with eating all the junk. If, like, those who continuously watch me remember, just before I actually transitioned into keto, my restrictions gone. Which I don't like. So I've been talking about it with my husband off and on, and I really don't like where I am and how I'm feeling, and I don't like that my restrictions gone. And with Christmas coming up, I really don't want to be showing up with all the hard work I've done up until now at my family's house and eating like massive amounts of food when they know how hard I've worked. I want my restriction back, so I'm gonna do a pouch reset. And I don't know if any of you do, but there's a lady I watch named Lucy, or Lucy L, I think she is on here, and she's talked about pouch resets, and there's a bunch of different pouch resets, and she's tried a bunch of different ones, and I definitely agree with her. Some people don't need to do it. Some people do. Some people like to do it every now and then. It's something that I'm going to do today, starting today. When I wake up, I'm transitioning straight into a liquid diet. Keto has been becoming very big again, so there's a lot of different keto shakes that you can actually get now. And I actually found one that I actually kind of like, and I like the stats in, and I like the ingredients in, and the only thing is I just need to add a couple of sweeteners, which is not a big deal at all. I might just add them into my coffee too. Who knows? But then again, I don't know, because I've actually been considering getting out of drinking coffee. Going back to my ginger tea, because I miss my ginger tea. I just haven't done it yet. So I'm going to transition into a liquid diet, and I'm going to stay liquid up until we go home this week. So it'll be for the next 6 days. And then eat while we're at home, just because try it again for while we're out on the road. I really want my restriction back. Whether I do or don't, we're home for 4 days over Christmas, when we're going to be at our family's house, and then I think once we come back out from that, I'm definitely going back liquid again for at least a week. And start the new year with some real good restriction, and hopefully maybe give myself a mental restart. Go back to basics, because that's the only thing I can think of to do. Because I mean, well, I've got some vets that watch me, and I've got some newer people who watch me, but remember when you were waiting to get the surgery, you were so excited about it, and you followed everything, and you did the things that you were supposed to do, and yeah, you had a couple of little struggles right before surgery, but then you got the surgery, and for the most part, you followed everything, because when you didn't, you got sick. But you were really excited and really happy to be losing all this weight. I want that feeling back. Even if I don't lose any more weight, I want that feeling back, that excited. I have my restriction, like I'm not gonna, I don't need to overeat anymore. I don't know, I think you all know what I mean. So, that's me. Sorry, the sun came out, and so now there's a rainbow. Oh, right there. I'm struggling, and I'm trying to come up above it. I'm doing a lot better than I was. You can tell too, versus my last video, I'm really bloated. So, yeah, I'm gonna do what I need to do and get past it. But that's why I haven't been here, and why I haven't been making the videos, because I didn't want to be negative, and honestly, I didn't want to be held accountable by all of you. I didn't want those of you that I do talk to regularly enough to see how badly I was struggling and say anything about it. So, yeah. Anyways, stop rambling on now since 28 minutes. Y'all take care. I'm not going to promise I'm going to come next week. I'm definitely going to make an effort to.